C.S. Lewis writes, in his great essay, An Experiment in Criticism, the following concerning the unliterary reader. It seems to me that the unliterary reader has 5 distinct characteristics. 1. They never, uncompelled, read anything that is not narrative. I do not mean that they all read fiction. The most unliterary reader of all sticks to the news. He reads daily, with unwearied relish, how in some place he has never seen, under circumstances which never become quite clear, someone he doesn't know has married, rescued, robbed, raped, or murdered someone else he doesn't know. But this makes no essential difference between him and the class next above, those who read the lowest kinds of fiction. He wants to read about the same sorts of event as they. The difference is that, like Shakespeare's Mopsa, he wants to be sure they are true. This is because he is so very unliterary that he can hardly think of invention as a legitimate or even a possible activity. The history of criticism shows that it took centuries to get Europe as a whole over this style. Number 2. The unliterary reader has no ears. They read exclusively by eye. The most horrible cacophonies and the most perfect specimens of rhythm and vocalic melody are to them exactly equal. It is by this that we discover some highly educated people to be unliterary. They will write the relation between mechanization and nationalization without turning a hair. Number 3. Not only as regards the ear, but also in every other way, they are either quite unconscious of style or even prefer books which we should think badly written. Offer an unliterary 12-year-old, not all 12-year-olds are unliterary, Treasure Island, instead of the boy's blood about pirates which are his usual fare, or offer Wells's First Men in the Moon to a reader of the infamous sorts of science fiction, you will often be disappointed. You give them, it would seem, just the sort of matter they want, but all far better done, descriptions that really describe, dialogue that can produce some illusion, characters one can distinctly imagine. They peck about at it and presently lay the book aside. There is something in it that has put them off. Number 4, they enjoy narratives in which the verbal element is reduced to the minimum. Strip stories told in pictures or films with the least possible dialogue. Number 5, they demand swift-moving narrative. Something must always be happening. Their favorite terms of condemnation are slow, long-winded, and the like. It is not hard to see the common source of these characteristics. As the unmusical listener wants only the tune, so the unliterary reader wants only the event. The one ignores nearly all the sounds the orchestra is actually making. He wants to hum the tune. The other ignores nearly all that the words before him are doing. He wants to know what happens next. He reads only narrative because only there will he find an event. He is deaf to the aural side of what he reads because rhythm and melody do not help him to discover who married, rescued, robbed, raped, or murdered whom. He likes stripped narratives and almost wordless films because in them nothing stands between him and the event.